Hey everybody, it's MommaOG. I'm back with another run reaction. Tonight I'm listening to Dominoes and I'm watching the official lyric video from his channel. So let's just go ahead and get into it.
Oh, you build this like dominoes, dominoes, dominoes falling. Oh, you build this like dominoes, dominoes, dominoes falling. You build us up just to knock us back down. Funny how you act surprised when we hit the ground. We're like dominoes, dominoes, dominoes falling. So bleed me of all my self-belief. My smile shows all.
Okay, I'm going to start it over. But that sound in the background, no idea what that is, but it's interesting.
Oh, you build this like dominoes, dominoes, dominoes falling. Oh, you build this like dominoes, dominoes, dominoes falling. You build us up just to knock us back down. Funny how you act surprised when we hit the ground. We're like dominoes, dominoes, dominoes falling. So bleed me of all my self-belief. My smile shows all my insecurity.
I like that.
In a
Insecurity.
kingdom of photoshopped kings and queens will never feel happy with ourselves, but insecurity sells. Dominoes, dominoes, dominoes falling. Oh, you build us like dominoes, dominoes, dominoes falling. You build us up just to knock us back down. Funny how you act surprised when we hit the ground. We're like dominoes, dominoes, dominoes falling. I hide my head under the sheets, 'cause how can I face a world that ridicules the weak? Where beauty is sold on the shelves, forbid that we find it in ourselves. And now I'm broke, it don't come cheap. Oh, you build this like dominoes, dominoes, dominoes falling. Oh, you build this like dominoes, dominoes, dominoes falling. You build us up just to knock us back down. Funny how you act surprised when we hit the ground. We're like dominoes, dominoes, dominoes falling. Araya was the most beautiful girl in this world. She shined like diamonds and rubies and pearls. But then, as soon as she turned 13, she forgot just how bright that it was that she gleamed. Stuck in the material world of magazines that glamorize fake and Photoshop beauty queens. Top 10 beauty tips making her feel inadequate for the first time in her
Okay,
life.
I need to pause this. This is obviously touching on a little bit of the world we live in. The world that has been the world I've lived in my whole life. We had a lot of this growing up. The magazines, Cosmopolitan, seeing people on TV that look perfect and just, especially when you're coming into becoming a teenager and you're growing and becoming an adult, it's the most confusing time of one's life. So many things, so many changes happening to you physically and mentally. What you're fed your whole life from the outside world is perfection, and it's just, unrealistic expectations that we place upon ourselves, especially as young women, I think especially, are susceptible to that. But I know men are also susceptible to it. We did have this kind of thing back in the day. The models were all rail thin, eating disorders and all of that stuff. I have to say that the last 10, 15 years have really amped this up with social media and the internet. I think it's far worse now. You've got everyday people getting on the internet and promoting this unrealism I mean, it's real for them because they live it. You know, everybody wants to be beautiful. I don't know. I don't know if I'm explaining this properly, but I think being a teenager, a young adult is much harder now than it was when I was growing up. And that's saying something because it was pretty hard. This is affecting so many more because the internet just brings everything right there to your face. So, yeah, this is a touchy subject. We're indoctrinated pretty much from the moment we're born to strive for things that are just ultimately not important, but they are fed to us like they are important. So some people believe that they are. This is a hairy subject. I'm really liking the actual song, hearing some things in there that are very Ren and unique, and I like it. Okay, let's get back into it.
Araya was the most beautiful girl in this world. She shined like diamonds and rubies and pearls. But then, as soon as she turned 13, she forgot just how bright that it was that she gleamed. Stuck in the material world of magazines that glamorise fake and Photoshop beauty queens. Top 10 beauty tips making her feel inadequate. For the first time in her life, she felt ugly. So Araya stopped eating to lose weight. She spent her dinner money on some makeup for her face. But no matter how much she lost or how much she bought, she was never good enough, or so she thought. Araya felt she could never be loved. She started cutting her wrists and hiding her scars with gloves. At 16, an anorexic beauty queen, she collapses in a puddle of her tears and blood. Cause she never felt enough, she never felt enough. Your sellers sold this lie that we must buy to keep in touch. We can never buy enough, never buy enough. All the riches in the world can't buy a sense of self-love. Funny how you act surprised when depression's levels rise, when you force feed inadequacy straight into our eyes. Television shows that praise the beautiful people, and talent competitions that just laugh at the feeble. Billboards, magazines, people turn to plasticine, molded like a factory. We're growing up to fear feeling ugly. It's lunacy, and not even a community. Cause insecurity breeds judgment, judgment breeds hate, no unity. And hierarchy based upon aesthetics is what makes a kid in school get bullied for genetics. And I felt so ugly growing up. The way that I look sometimes got me beaten up. I mean, what the fuck sort of culture do we live in when we're defined by the shape of our face, when we're ashamed by the size of our waist, when we're imprisoned by the form that we take? And so we keep buying and spending. That's just how this story goes. You build us up just to knock us back down, and we just keep falling like dominoes.
Wow. One thing that I'm seeing the last few years is women, how much they're changing their bodies, their lips, their butts, you know, their waists. It's scary. And that's what the kids are now looking at and thinking is standard. There should be standard. That's worrying to me. You know, certainly as a woman of my age in my 50s, I've got some insecurities as well. You know, it's hard. Aging is hard. You know, I can only speak as a woman aging because I'm not a man, and I know that there's struggles with men as well as far as getting older, but for me personally and being a woman, it's like everything that I ever made me a woman is deteriorating, you know, slowly but surely over time. But, you know, being the frame of mind that I am now, I know that that's inevitable. And I also know that there's not a damn thing I can do about it. And I'm not going to alter myself naturally just to make that, you know, other people, you know, I'm not going to spend all kinds of money and go get Botox and, you know, I'm just going to try to accept it and live with it because I'll spend too much time worrying about it when there's really nothing I can do about it. And that can be hard sometimes. It's just alarming, you know, what I was exposed to and what was shoved in my face is, you know, this is what it means to be beautiful. That's still going on very much and in some kind of disturbing ways, to be completely honest with you. You know, the state of things as they are today is very alarming to me. And I don't like to talk about it a whole lot because there's nothing I can do to change it. I can't put my hands on it and just change it all for the better. So anyway, that was deep. Definitely could relate to that. Another amazing message by Ren. He's very good at that. Yeah, it's music that makes you think for sure. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.